Hi everybody, today is April 7th, 2021, and I really hope that you're all doing well. Today I am going to make a video about employment. I have some questions for you. And I'm going to tell you my story. I'll tell you my story first, and maybe some of you can relate to what I have gone through, and maybe some of you are totally different, and we're all different, so I'm anxious to hear about your stories. But I want to talk about how I've had a few jobs, and every single job that I've had, I have been really upfront about telling them that I live with MS. And I chose to do this. I chose to declare that information for a few reasons. First, when applying for jobs, you have to give your resume, right? You give your resume, and I'm pretty sure that employers, what they do with resumes, the first thing they do is they look up the candidates on Google. I know I would, because I'd want to see like what this person is all about. Well, what is the very first thing that you find when you look up Lauren Parrott on Google? You see all of my YouTube videos about how I'm living with MS. So, I've been very public about my MS ever since I started making videos in 2007. And I want to explain something to you. When people first meet me, they can't really tell that I have MS. I've met some of you. I know some of you very well. I haven't met a lot of you, but just so you know, like, you can't really tell that I have MS. But if you hang out with me for a little bit, you'll realize that I have symptoms. And once people realize that my symptoms are pretty minor, some people just ignore them and they focus on the things that I can do. At least they ignore them to my face. God knows what they say behind my back, but it is what it is. The truth is, I can't hide the fact that I'm living with multiple sclerosis. Sometimes I have visible symptoms. Sometimes. If it's hot outside, it's really difficult for my body to function properly. And my balance, I know that I don't look absolutely perfect when I'm walking. You know, I have a lesion that affects the left side of my body, so I kind of look off balance when I'm walking. Drop foot. I've talked to you guys about this before. I have weakness, not necessarily drop foot, but I have weakness on my left side, my left foot. It doesn't pick up the way that it's supposed to. So if I'm not wearing the Oser foot up drop foot brace that I made a video about, if I don't wear that, my walking difficulties become a lot more obvious. And cognitive problems. So I do have cognitive problems due to lesions on my brain. I know that I specifically have trouble with mental math and complex situations. It's not my fault. You know, sometimes I feel like people think I'm stupid, but it's just because I have a lesion. I have something blocking, you know, blocking my brain from sending signals, and I get confused. So I would rather address these issues up front. I'd rather just lay it all out there, talk about it, as opposed to having someone ask me or criticize. I would rather tell them first. For me, that has worked really well. I made a video last year about interest and cognition. I read an article that was called How the Power of Interest Drives Learning. And basically the article states that when you are interested in doing something, you will excel and feel confident about your abilities. And if you're not interested, the opposite happens. You can make mistakes, you forget details, you get confused because you don't really care, right? Well, I worked at a local TV station for 6 years. I absolutely loved every second of it. I hosted a TV show that ran on television, and I also worked behind the scenes on all of the other TV shows with my coworkers. I was really good friends with like the fellow co-hosts and the people I work with, you know, the people in my community. It was amazing. I didn't have any cognitive issues at this job. Not at all. I didn't have any problems. I was so happy, and I also had a lot of fun. I had so much fun with my coworkers. Like, going to work was such a joy. It was such a pleasure. And I still keep in touch with my coworkers. In fact, I called my boss from that job a couple days ago. I called him to see how he and his family are doing during the pandemic. And you know, it's all smiles. Like, we all really love each other. But unfortunately, for various reasons, this job came to an end. It stopped. So I had to get a new job, and I ended up doing things that I was not passionate about. And my cognitive issues really became noticeable. And I wasn't doing what I loved anymore. I was doing things that I wasn't really even sure about. And I made mistakes. I forgot details. And I got easily confused. It was really frustrating. During the pandemic, I decided to take a break from working at a job, and mostly for safety. You know, I really don't want to get COVID, so I don't want to expose myself to a lot of people. So that's my story. That's like my background, what I've done. I want to hear about you guys. What do you do? Like, do you tell people that you have MS right away? Can people notice? So, like, what jobs are you able to do? And then what jobs are you not able to do? Are you working during the pandemic? I know I've heard from some of you that are first responders, and I just have to say that I think you guys are heroes. I really appreciate everything that you're doing. I love you for the work that you're doing. And I really want to hear from you guys. I hope that you're doing well. I want to know, God, it's been a year. Like, can you believe it? How are you doing now? I hope everyone is doing well, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Okay, see you later. Bye.